Like, are we really expecting women to be comfortable with this? Because that's the progressive argument, isn't it? But the only reporting that he could find on Jessica Yaniv, or Jonathan Yaniv, whatever the fucking name is. Wait, wait, stop! I'm not allowed to do that. I don't think it was true that she was being bro. Dude, this is tough, man. I do. JP Sears is now an alt-right knock job, believing crap like black pilots are dangerous and a literal devil and are making everything evil. Am I the last to know this? 639 upvotes on this one. This guy's cringe and gay, and I don't really like him. He's not that funny. But really? Is this really necessary? Dude, these people are so soy, it's unbelievable. I know I say that a lot, but dude, this is mental. Alt-right. Doesn't he just do kind of like cringy right-wing comedy? He's cringe, yeah. But that's about it, isn't it? Why you should join Planet Fitness.
Hi ladies, if you're looking to get in great shape, form healthy habits, and be victimized by sexual predators, then a Planet Fitness membership is right for you. Hi, I'm Planet Fitness spokesman Roger Moonblood. I'm a certified personal trainer, unregistered sex offender, and the general manager at your local Planet Fitness location.
Oh, I know what this is. I actually tweeted out about this. Basically, there was this person. Did I even show the thing on stream? I can't remember. There was a person who, in all honesty, was probably a psyop guy. I think he was like pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable. But it was a person that just looked just like a guy. He looked like a fucking guy, okay? It was a bloke. It was just a bloke. And he was in the women's section of Planet Fitness in the bathroom. And I'm pretty sure that he was even shaving. I'm pretty sure he was shaving in the fucking sink. And someone challenged him and he said, I'm queer LGB or something, so I'm allowed to be in here. And the person snapped a picture of the guy. And then when they reported it, obviously, to the front desk or whatever, it ended up with them actually getting banned from the gym for taking a picture in the private area, right? And obviously, all of the fucking soys, of course, all of the soys were like siding with the trans person and saying crazy things about it. Yeah, this is it here. Here we go. Look, this is it. This is the person in question. If you look, and I just, I just said, if you look at this, you've got no business being in the women's locker room. I mean, to me, look. I mean, if it's like twofold, right? Like, if this person, let's say, number one, this person is genuinely trans or something, okay? Well, you're not putting enough effort in to look the right way, so you're going to get challenged. But I think it's more likely number two, and it's that they're not trans, and they're being a psyop, and they're pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable. But then a lot of progressives are siding with the gym for firing the person, when, by all accounts, this is a man circumventing the rules to be in the women's locker room. So it kind of undermines the argument that people make. But they kind of go along with it. So they make their own argument look stupid, right? Do you see what I mean? And like claiming that it was completely acceptable to get rid of the woman over this. But then it's like, okay, let's say there was a man in the restroom. I mean, well, can we just call it what it is? Can we call this what it is, please? Okay? This whole thing completely undermines it all, doesn't it? If you can identify as a woman and be allowed to go into the woman's restroom, and that's all you need to do is just identify as that, then these sort of situations are possible. That's just, it is what it is. Yes, I'm doing a trans rant. Libs of TikTok have sadly got me blocked on X, so we'll have to look at this. Woman in Planet Fitness claims she went into the bathroom and this man who thinks he's a woman was in there shaving. Why does Planet Fitness allow men to use the women's bathroom and invade women's private spaces?
Good day. I just wanted to say I just came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman. But I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. All right. I just thought I'd say it out loud. Good.
Like, are we really expecting women to be comfortable with this? Because that's the progressive argument, isn't it? Is that this is fine to have. It's not though, is it? If I was a woman, I'd be like, what? I'd be like, what? Right? I mean, what? And people say, oh, it's a psyop. And it's like, okay, but you're playing into the psyop by apologizing for this, you know? And Planet Fitness's response was very lackluster, from what I understand. Planet Fitness trans. Yeah, this was it here. Woman banned by Planet Fitness for photographing trans member vows to keep fighting. So this person does seem to be on a bit of like a crusade or something. Or could it be a psyop as in like the person was in there on her behest and took the picture to say, oh, look, this guy's in here, but they planned it. I don't know. Patricia Silva is vowing to keep up the fight for women after Planet Fitness revoked her membership for posting a video calling out. Yeah, like they're both involved. Yeah. I presume that it was just like he was just part of the psyop, but no, she's part of it. They're both in it together, right? Stand there. Oh yeah, look. Oh, look at this. There's a person pretending to be a woman. But then people are defending it and saying they were right to get rid of the person. Patricia Silva was bound to keep the fight for women after Planet Fitness revoked her membership for posting a video calling out a trans woman found shaving in a woman's locker room. Silva's Planet Fitness membership was revoked. See, this would have failed if Planet Fitness had gone, oh, really, ma'am? Oh, my goodness. Well, let me sort that out. Why are you doing it here? Get out. Like, that would have solved the whole issue. But obviously, Planet Fitness took the fucking, you know, they were rapeable. They didn't listen. They did not listen to the advice. They did not become unrapeable. They did not become unsireable. And so, unfortunately, they fell for it, which caused all this drama, right? Well, yeah, I mean, you can do twofold. You can put out a statement and you can say, we do not allow the taking of photos in our locker rooms, so we've had to terminate this person's membership. However, also, whilst we appreciate gender expression, you know, obviously there needs to be a certain presentation in order to whatever. Like, you know, I'm not with the conservatives where I'm like, no trans, but like Blair White should be able to use the fucking women's room because she's looks like a fucking woman or whatever, right? So I don't agree with the righties on that. But you could put out a statement that makes it clear that you can't. You can say in a way that's like you can't just say that you're a man and use the women's locker room. There has to be some information or evidence or proof or possibility for us to enable that to happen, you know? I just came out of Planet Fitness and there was a man shaving in the women's bathroom. Silver's video went viral and received massive support. Others called for the Bud Light treatment. It was cancelled. She said she asked the gym to explain how the individual was able to get past the desk and what kind of government ID they showed to verify they're a woman. She said the gym chalked it up into the individual's personal perspective. The response she reported coincides with policies outlined on the popular Jim Jane's webpage. All members will have access to the restroom and locker room facilities that correspond to their self-reported gender identity. Huh? Non-discrimination. God, this is dude. Members and team members will be treated according to their self-reported gender identity. It is a serious concern or significant doubt. Oh, hang on a sec. Unless this is new or they just didn't report on this. If a serious concern or significant doubt about the bona fides of a person's transgender or non-binary status identity arises, and which the team member can articulate, the team member should address the concerns with the member. This could have been left out, possibly. I guess when was this revised? If the discussion with the member fails to resolve the serious concern or doubt, the club may ask for external evidence of the member's asserted gender identity. If it is confirmed that a member is acting in bad faith and improperly asserts a gender identity, they may be asked to leave and the membership may be terminated. So when was this updated? That's the question. Because Pink News reported on this and they didn't talk about this part of the policy. I think that's pretty fair. Because people say, oh, it should be the sex. It could be the sex that you're fucking born with, right? Okay. It could be the sex. But then it's like, so what? That means that Blair White uses the men's and Buck Angel uses the women's. Like, I think that women would be just as perturbed if Buck Angel was in your changing room as if this fucking fella is, you know? I think that that would also be disturbing if you didn't know who they were and you didn't have, you know, because you're like, that you're a dude. What are you doing in here? But yeah. I just wonder if this was added recently or not. I wouldn't have thought this probably was, because the thing is that it wasn't reported on by Pink News. To be fair, Buck Angel doesn't have a dick though, so there's no threat of rape. What are you on about? You don't need a dick to rape. What? Are you one of those fucking retarded fucking, oh, you got a dick is an implement of rape or something? Can't rape without a dick, guys. You heard it here first. But no, this rule seems pretty, yeah. Like if someone's a fucking piss taker, you can challenge them and then, yeah, ask for more proof or something. Anyway, there we go. Maybe I wonder if that got added after the fact discreetly so that they could please the transes, but then change the policy to make sure they could deal with it. I don't know when I can see where this was changed, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, taking a picture in the restroom is going to be bannable anyway. But you should just go to the front desk if you see something like that.
Or as what we sometimes like to call your local predatory fitness location. Today, I'm literally going to share with you how Planet Fitness can help you reach your fitness goals better than any other gym. And I'll also share some things about Planet Fitness with you that you didn't know, but will probably surprise you and unnerve you. We're the only gym chain in the country that understands the key to getting in great shape is having diversity, unpredictability, and a predatory ethos in your women's locker room. Just imagine when you're finished.
I mean, the meme of Planet Fitness not caring about some hulking dude being in the women changing rooms on the precipice of raping someone is a funny meme, and obviously he's playing on that. This is the problem with some of these channels. It's like, what's the name of that guy who did the woke versus non-woke racists? You know? Ryan Long, is that it? Like, Ryan Long is genuinely funny because he does take into account the kind of nuances of it when he's putting out a video, right? And he does kind of like take into account multiple aspects of the kind of talking point when putting out the content. Whereas channels like this, they just play completely into the 100% narrative that exists. And exactly, it's an ideological piece rather than a comedy piece. So it's like, oh, this is a joke, but, you know, it's to push out the ideas behind it. It's kind of, this is probably somewhat funny. I don't think this is like, I wouldn't sit here and be like, this isn't funny at all, man. This is fucking shit. There's probably some funny elements to this. But I just think that the reason Ryan Long is so funny is because he's so much more nuanced than stuff like this.
Working out, taking off your sweaty clothes, you can enjoy one of our cleanly state-of-the-art showers while...
I need to stop doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your ears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. My bad. I take the L. I fucked up. I messed up. My apologies.
Removed all the doors from the toilet stalls to make it easier for a man to watch you while you're taking a dump, which is more inclusive. Like, no other gym does that for you. Our progressive locker room policies have recently earned us a lot of national praise. In the name of inclusivity, we believe very strongly in women's rights and for the right for men to have them. That's what we proudly stand for here at Planet Fitness. So much so that if you're a woman and you don't like it, we will take away your right to use our facilities by canceling your membership and banning you. For women's rights.
Wait, hang on. That's fucking dishonest, man. Like, she took a picture in a place you're not supposed to take a picture. It was not just, it's not like, even if she was right to do it, like, if you're at a gym and this happened, you wouldn't snap a picture of them, right? You would go and speak to the front desk. Would you not? Like, you know, you don't just take pictures in the fucking restroom. No, I'm not finding this funny. I agree. I'm not finding this funny. No. You're saying it's a joke. Okay, right. You guys are fucking... Listen. It's a joke, but you don't see that there is an ideological underpinning to putting this out, right? Okay? Just do you not see that? Do you just laugh at anything? I'm a cringe wokey now, apparently. Yes, there has to be some truth and a punchline to a joke. It's just heavy-handed. It is the expression of ideological beliefs under the guise of satire and a joke, and it's fucking boring. That's the point, isn't it? You know? If you like it, I'm not, you know, good luck to you, right? But it's the fact that the purpose isn't to make people laugh, primarily. That's an afterthought. Purpose is to pump out your narrative in the form of a comedy video, right?
Just like a woman in Alaska learned the hard way recently when she reported a man for being in the women's restroom when there was a young girl present. What a bigoted woman. But our dedication to inclusivity doesn't stop there. In 2022, in New Jersey, another woman found out the hard way that reporting a man for being in the women's locker room who was repeatedly exposing himself to her was going to result in her membership being...
So what is this one? This one looks like it's got more legs, to be honest, actually. I was banned from Flemington Planet Fitness in 2022 when I complained about a man in the women's locker room who exposed himself to me. When I refused to refer to him as her, manager Matt DeMille banned me. See the form below. That's Matt's signature, not mine. Yeah, I need more information on that. I don't know what the ins and outs of that are. Cancel. No comments. 2022. Chud, this happens a lot. It's weird you're reacting like this isn't a thing. Wait, hang on a sec. You're saying I'm... Wait. I'm not saying it isn't a thing. And I've been very clear that if it is at any point a thing, it's wrong and you should fucking call that out and it shouldn't be allowed, right? And I do remember or recall at one point there was something like this with some woman dick or something. Like Jessica and Eve, that's probably the best classic. That's the most classic example of this. Jessica and Eve. Yeah. Do you know? God, I remember this. Oh God, Vosh did a great video about Jessica and Eve. You know, because he was funny and racist in it. Because the point he was making is that because Jessica and Eve was absolutely a fucking piece of shit. right? But the only reporting that he could find on Jessica Yaniv, or Jonathan Yaniv, whatever the fucking name is. Wait, I'm not. Wait, stop! I'm not allowed to do that. I don't think. No, did name Mourinho. Sorry, I misspoke. Jessica Yaniv. It was like it was like it was true that she was being bro. Dude, this is tough, man. I do. Yaniv. It is true that Yaniv was being a fucking creeper, weirdo, piece of shit, blah, 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 okay? Her balls. But the reporting of it was all in these, like, right-wing outlets. Not to say that right-wingers aren't correct sometimes, but the way it was getting reported was, like, not in a kind of neutral way. So it seemed like it was just righties kicking up a fuss about something. But it was true. It was a thing. But because they'd reported it in such a sort of right wing way, people were a bit like, what? Whereas if it had been a bit more balanced and like not even gendered correctly or whatever, just a bit less severe, maybe people might have, you know. But in any case, Jessica Yaniv was 100% a fucking shitter who would go to like a place. They go to like a waxing place. And the waxing place would say, we only do like female waxing on vaginas and stuff. And Jessica Yaniv's lady balls would need waxing. And so they would like kick up a fuss about it and try and take them to like a Canadian like civil rights thing or something. And the meme was, yeah, wax the balls bigger. The idea being that if you're a person who is waxing and has chosen to wax female anatomy, that you should be forced to wax male anatomy because it just so happens to be a trans woman that wants to get waxed. And Yaniv was known for this. They were like a prolific, litigious person. Yes, that was it. Yeah. So they book a female waxing. So obviously, because obviously you can get waxed as a guy as well, right? You can get your dick waxed as a guy, but they'd book a female waxing. The waxing people would assume it's like a biological woman turning up, and so it would be a person expecting to wax a vag, but then it would be a trans woman, Yaniv, wax the balls bigger, and then obviously that cause they'd be like, no, because obviously there's certain levels of comfort, and some women do not want to fucking wax dick and balls, which is fair enough, and they should be allowed to, you know, say no to that, right? But you know, if someone does dick and balls, like you should be. There's someone out there will be willing to wax a dick and balls, and it shouldn't matter whether that's attached to a man or a woman. At the end of the day, they should just get the fucking waxing done, right?
Cancelled.
Yeah. Also, that's true. They might not know how. It is a very different maneuver, I think, to doing the pussy and the balls. You know.
She lost her right to use the Planet Fitness facility, while the naked erect man who was exposing himself to her retained his women's rights to use Planet Fitness. And if you think that's impressive, there's more. In 2023, at a Planet Fitness location in Georgia, there was a man in the women's locker room repeatedly exposing himself to women, including a teenage girl. But our Planet Fitness staff, being dedicated to what's right, defended that man and said he had a right to be there. But unfortunately, the dedicated to what's right defended that man and said, including the teenage.
Georgia man arrested after but he got arrested. I guess they're just leaning into the gag, aren't they? Anyway, guys, listen. We're gonna wrap things up soon, but before we do, I've got one more thing to look at here, and it's back to the Ed Piskor stuff briefly. And yeah. So who remembers the Ed Piskor stuff?
The Comic Book Whisper Network.
I'll fill you in for those of you that don't know very quickly, okay? Wait, any more before we do that? Any more trans things to say that aren't against TOS? Any more trans things just to wind that off? I just think that I agree. There needs to be rules. It seems like Planet Fitness have got something in place for that. At least be some rules. Sounds good. And if someone just looks like a fella, don't be surprised if you get
Okay, that's
challenged for being in
wonderful.
the
But how do I make
women's
money
changing room.
off depressed people?
Chud, time for you and me to book a ball waxing together and let's just be trans. Fuck em. Giga woke, expose these bigots.
True. God, could you imagine me rocking up? I'm here for my female wax. Wax the balls, bigots. Okay, guys. So, right, here's the situation, okay? Oh, Don BJ's got the fucking straight facts here. Just quickly on that. The incident was initially reported by the aunt to the 15-year-old victim, who in a Facebook post reported the young teen was near the shower when the subject pulled back the curtain and stood there naked, exposing himself to her. She said her niece, shocked and startled, quickly started to leave. When the man spoke to her and told her she could stay, he continued to talk to her as she left the locker room. The aunt said she and the sister went to the gym the next morning and spoke to management. The gym admitted they had other similar complaints and they knew who the man was. However, they said the subject had the right to be in the women's locker room, but they would give him a warning and ask him not to expose himself to other people while in the locker room. That just makes it more certain to me that that new rule must be new, because if that rule was in place then, they would have just questioned it, surely. But yeah, that sounds fucking insane. That sounds crazy, yeah. Please don't expose yourself. Yeah, that's bad, yeah. Okay, fair enough. So the gym did defend it, I didn't realise. But now I know. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is like some progressives defend that, even though it was obviously completely fucking, completely wrong. There's no way on earth that you should be defending that, and you should be, without doubt, condemning that as wrong. But these people just can't seem to do that.